presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
This is awesome. Come on, parlez-vous. We're going over to Paris. What's happening?
Hey, Tom, it's Adam from Paris. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Adam, yourself?
That's good. Long time no talk. I appreciate everything you've done for me and my family over the years. So,
well, we appreciate you growling prowling with us.
Yeah, sir. I've done gold reports and all the softwares and all your books and read it. Generational thank you.
You are. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Release the need to be right. When you believe something, you assume you're right. It may even destroy relationships in order to defend your position. Let go of the need to defend your position. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 131, NASDAQ off 48, S&P's down 13.5. Gold contract up $26.20, traded at $19.33 an ounce. We had silver up 39 cents, $24.04 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1. $80.44. That's been a round trip out here today and a monster way, folks. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note trading down 10 ticks at 115.19. The 30-year down 12 at 131.22. And the 10-year right now, folks, is yielding a 3.39. We hit 3.33 yesterday. And King Dollar just can't hold price, down 324 ticks, trading at 102.039. The Euro's at 108. The Yen's at 128. And the British Pound is trading at 123 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Well, I'm going to go right to the futures, because if you heard the update, the bottom line is that the futures only had to get a few points lower. Let me see if it did it. To get back inside this range, and that could be a real problem. No, it's not there yet. Well, let me see. Okay, so the number that we're looking for is right there. What is that? Yeah, 39.33. Yeah, we're below it, man. This is a problem. Okay, you got a little problem child here happening. So this is why the problem child is there, folks. Okay, what you had out here this morning is that on the opening bottom line, you know, and this is it. Listen, man, I use the opening. I use it when it's live. It's live. I don't care if it's the open or the close. Okay. The 10 minutes, the 10-minute. So you had 79,000 contracts. Then the next 10-minute bar was to a higher high was 61,000. Well, what happened is this. The first lunge up, you had 40,000. That lunge up was at 140 this afternoon. Then you went to a higher high with 27. So the correlation, this is what's so cool about time in the trade. It's all about supply and demand, and it shows you the weakness or the strength inside the marketplace. And so when you, in this particular case, you're looking at, okay, the last high had 27,000. The prior high to that had 46,000. The next high had 61,000, and the one before that, 79, okay? So now that's the bad news, right? Meaning if you want the market to go higher. The good news here is at the bottom here, we don't have a high volume low. You know, we did do, you can see this, that we went down to 3901.75. Well, the ABC down we were talking about yesterday, intraday, it was 3905. Okay, so it hit your ABC down. Now, my speculation is this. You know, when we finish an ABC structure down or up, it normally does something else. My take is, if we end up, this is how this goes, right? So let's picture, if we look at this, if we end up at, I'm taking this is a little bar here, and if we end up at 39.23, somewhere around there, so that's another 7 points. Let's put it this way, it's easiest telling you. If we're down approximately 22 points and over in the S&P, This is building cause to a much lower price. That's how that works. Because you finish the ABC structure, it always bounces around to something. But if it wants to do another ABC down, what you're going to see is that there's no strength to stay up. They snake it lower on the close, and we'll be able to see that pretty quickly, because we just had the failure. So if I bring the NQs up, we take a look at the NQs. Same situation. So in the NQs, same thing. In the NQs, we don't have a high volume low either. Okay, so in the NQs, if we do the exercise again, watch. The first way up, we had 33,000. Then we made a high with 26,000. Then we made a higher high with, with 8,900. Yeah, that's a joke, okay? Now, on the way down again, it's the same deal, though. There's not high volume. There's not a lot of conviction when you're getting lower to sell this thing. That's the bottom line. So inside the NQs, that being said, if the NQs close out at, what is that, 383. If we close out like down, that's another 50. If we close down over 100, it's going to be it's telling you the same thing. That guess what? We are going south. Gold. Let's go take a look at the gold contract out here, because the gold contract is hitting highs. And, if you heard the update, there's a last engulfing again, and we've had plenty of them. That being said, bottom line is that, you're breaking a high here. Now you get 193,000 contracts, and that's good contract volume. There's no doubt about that. And we've had higher, but now 193,000 is good contract volume. So now the kick is going to be, a last engulf means you close, you start at the low, you go to the high after an uptrend. But you can see we've had them, okay? And they end up being one-day wonders in this particular case. Now the thing to keep, so, and that's, we're going to go over to the dollar, because it's all about the dollar. It's amazing that we have divergences out here in spades now, folks. There's no doubt. So the dollar's been moving, sideways. That's the reality. The dollar tried to get off the lows yesterday, got down to 101, closed at 102, 101,500 it went to, closed at 102,560, went as high as 102,800. But the dollar, if it was going to do anything, has to get back inside 103,500. Okay, so we're a long way from getting back inside the higher range. That's the bottom line. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here today. And I want to see this indice for a second. We don't have volume inside the ETF structures. Yeah, I don't think we have. It doesn't look to me like you're going to get big volume inside the indices either. Yeah, you're not. So this is going to be all about today, folks. This is going to be about, can the market hold price? Meaning that, can it close kind of where it is right now, or a little bit higher? Because if it does, then you're going to get a bounce tomorrow, and then we'll go to see, in that particular case, what kind of energy you have going forward. And it's going to be hard to basically get hard energy going forward on a Friday. But, we'll take it day by day, baby. Dow's off 130, Nasdaq's off 49, S&P's off 13. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 151, Nasdaq's off 62, S&Ps are off 17. Let's go to Netflix. Netflix coming, there we go. Netflix, we got earnings left and right now. That's the real bottom line, folks. And after the close out here today, Netflix is going to be coming on. The low for the year, Netflix is 162. The high is 526. You get a PE out here of 31. And they're going to be looking for $7.9 billion to the top line and making 43 cents to the bottom line. Now, you can see whatever they've already come out with, you got to be pretty intense because you can see the drop in earnings. But the drop is only for this quarter. You know, so they're going to pull in $10.30 for their fiscal year, and then it pops right back up to $2.99 the next quarter. So they're still growing. I mean, you're talking about they're growing by 5% in the United States. They're growing by 11% in Europe and Middle East and Africa. They're growing by 5% in Latin America. They're growing by 15% in Asia. You know. Now, the DVD model is contracting. It's hard. So check this out, man. This is unbelievable. The domestic DVD market, they still take in $182 million, man. That is like so wild. The rest of it is billions. But they take in $182 million on the DVD model. Pretty wild. So let's take a look at this baby and see what we got. Okay, well, you're at highs. That's not good. Yeah, this is, okay. This is going to be ahead of itself, man. Let me look at this. Wow. Okay, so you're coming into the downdraft. It was a vicious downdraft, no doubt. You know, the week of, was that April 27th? It came from 351 to 210 in a week. They're just coming back up to it. This is ice, man. You're coming back up to ice. It's no big deal. Yeah, this is not going to, you know, this doesn't have to get killed, okay? But I think 296 is game. You're at 321. You can see where I'm going with that 296 is that's where you had strength. Well, let me look at this because that would have been an ABC up too, but let me see how this works. 251. What is it? Okay, it's a 90.A to B. That gets you 300. Yeah. Okay, so watch this, folks. This finished an ABC up. It's coming into ice, and it's coming into a monster amount of shares. I suspect you're gonna see a small back down here. That's how that baby is shaking out. Let's go take a look at the oil market. The oil market had quite a ride out here today. So We had a low of $78.13, a high of 81, and we were down 3. It came right back. Well, it didn't come all the way back. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see how this looks. I see. 30,000 contracts. It failed yesterday. Oh, I see what's happening too. Okay, so, well, we'll see what happens here. We're rolling contracts right now too. What happens is that oil rolls every month, and there's no doubt that makes a difference. But bottom line, it hasn't been able to handle the swing high. The swing high we're talking about is 81.18. So let's go take a look at the XLE, see where it's shaking out in the XLE. Well, that rejected lower price this morning, but that's still, that you can see the XLE is also trying to get into its downdraft. The downdraft, that's when it went from 91 to 86. That was like about 2.5 weeks after it come off its high. Let's go take a look at Amazon. It's interesting. I missed parts of Tommy's show this morning, but I was just listening to it when he was taking Dave's White show, and this Amazon deal is something else. Meaning they're getting rid of, folks. What they're doing is that they're getting rid of. You can sign up on Amazon that you can give money to a charity of your choice, and the way it worked is it's just tied to your account. You didn't have to do a thing. You just, as you sign in, you do Smile first, right? And so what we had here is that we've done plenty of business with the Salvation Army because they're just great people, and they help people, and as to a charity, the amount of money that goes to, helping people and fires and all of that is huge. And the bottom line, they're getting rid of it in February. And so when I heard him say it, I'm saying, oh my God. They're really cutting costs. But then when I heard the number, they've been doing this for 10 years, I guess now, 12 years, 11 years. And the number that they've actually done, it's never a lot. What happens is this, and we buy so much off Amazon, it's insane. But the reality is that, it's $100 here, $100 there, but that's after paying thousands and thousands of dollars. So the overall number, though, happens to be 500 million. So I can definitely see that right off the bat, February 28th, come March, the bottom line, just that part alone, they are going to be putting, basically, 8 or 9 million to the bottom line, not gross, because that's to the bottom line, because so it's intriguing. But if you're working there, man, that's serious business, man. If they're going to cut that, that's pretty serious business, and we'll see if they get any flack from it, but some of the higher volume equities are, oh, here, listen to this one, man. Hey, we got to see this. Let's see what Tesla is, because this is like, we know that this happened when it was happening, but now we really know, because what just happened is that, so here, let me read this story. This is like insane. It's not insane, because some people really thought that that's what Elon was doing, but, so this is, and this is going to be another problem for him. This is a separate deal. Then, he's in court right now with the deal about saying he's going to sell Tesla at $420. He's getting sued for billions there. This is a different deal. Check out what this deal is. Musk directed Tesla autopilot video saying the car drove itself, okay, which didn't come out yet, but they just got the emails, okay? So check this out. Elon Musk oversaw the creation of a 2016 video that exaggerated the abilities of Tesla driving assistance system autopilot, even dictating the opening text that claimed that the company's car drove itself, according to internal emails viewed by Bloomberg. Musk wrote to a Tesla auto team at 2 a.m. California time, October of 2016, to emphasize the importance of a demonstration drive to promote the system, which the chief executive officer made a splashy announcement about a week later. In an October 19th call with reporters and blog posts, Tesla said all its cars from that day forward would ship with the hardware necessary for full self-driving capability. Now, that sentence is really important to understand, okay? Because the bottom line is that they confirmed that that's what's going on. Now, wait to hear this. Now, this is what I'm going to read right now is Musk's quote. Just want to be absolutely clear that everyone's top priority in achieving an amazing autopilot demo drive, Musk said in an email. Since this is a demo, it is fine. Now, here it is. It is fine to hardcore some of it, since we will backfill with production code later at an other announced date, he wrote, referring to the temporary code. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Oh, welcome back, folks. So Dow's down 132, Nasdaq's up 53, S&Ps are off 13.5. Okay, so let's finish this Musk deal. So here's the quote. Just want to be absolutely clear that everyone's top priority is achieving an amazing autopilot demo drive, Musk said in an email. Since this is a demo, it is fine to hardcore some of it, since we will backfill with production code later in an OTA update, he wrote, referring to using temporary code and updating it later using an over-the-air software update. Now, here's the last thing. I will be telling the world that this is what the car will be able to do, Musk said, not that it can do it upon receipt. So I suspect he's going to be in trouble again because that's the smoking gun right there, okay? Because he already told everyone and confirmed it with reporters and his own blog post that it can do it. And then he told, the software engineer said, yeah, I get it, but we're going to have this good one, and, I'm going to tell them that, it's going to be able to do it, but, they can't do it upon the receipt of it. So I don't even know where this one come out. So I suspect someone's still coming after him. Let's think it did. You know how this thing goes, man. I mean, the bottom line is that when you're going down, man, they're going to come out of the paper woodwork. That's just how it goes. So the S&Ps are giving it up. Let me see this thing, man. Okay. Okay, so you're down 16, and this bar just started, so it's going to be a bit. This bar just started, so 1 minute in the bar, it's 2 minutes in the bar, you just don't have it yet, meaning knowing how this is going to shake out. I brought this up yesterday, and for a longer term deal, meaning, so this is about the debt ceiling, right? And what it's really about is how you can protect well, I don't think any of us can protect ourselves. But I would be very cautious. All I hear is everyone saying, don't worry about it, man. Well, those folks weren't around in 2011, folks, okay? Because when this happened in 2011, two different things ended up happening. We didn't default, number one. But what did happen is that the market went down, I'll bring this up, like in a vicious amount, like ASAP. But on top of that, what happened is that the S&P did downgrade our debt. And what that actually did is that for 4 years, everyone was paying more interest because of it. And I'm talking about everyone because it took that long to go through the system, meaning to get back to where we are. So we're in the probability business. So if you're in the probability business, if there's a 1 or 2% chance that it can happen, that's a problem. Now, my take kind of goes that I think the probability that it can happen is different this time. And I think that's a very minute, very, very small one. But the probability that we go to the very end and you're going to have a market that's going to take conniptions, I think is very high. I just do. Because the bottom line is that that's my take on it. So when I look at that as going forward, it looks to me like we have another rough year. That's my point. That's my point in all of this. You know what I mean? They can argue about nothing, okay? And they argue about everything. But what you want to really get your head wrapped around is that, they're insane. Hey, that's the easiest way for me to really understand, okay, man, do they really care? No, they don't care. They care about selling books. They care about raising money. That's the MO that we're in right now. And, so wherever you're going, even long term, be careful. And if you're putting on long-term option trades, be careful, because the fact of the matter is, when this thing, when it comes out of nowhere, and it's a problem. We're already in a bad market, and 6 months, 5 months is not far away. That's the other side of it. It's not far away at all. So let's go take a look at Apple. So Apple, this is going to get intriguing, folks, okay? So Apple is going to make a run once again for the home market, for the home security market, for the home Nest market, for all of this, right? Now, they tried this before, and what happens is that they're so expensive that I don't think they're going to be able to break into this market, folks, okay? We know, we all get Apple phones, I think, you know what I mean? But most people do. I bought an Apple phone because when my grandson was being born and everyone else has an Apple phone, so I want to do FaceTime, and, it's like, okay, and I like the phone. There's no doubt about that. That being said, though, we put a lot of security systems in. Security systems these days, folks, are very inexpensive. So check this out. When we put in different types of security systems, it depends on what the people want, right? Even an ADT, so picture this, an ADT that goes into central alarms, okay, is still really inexpensive compared to what it used to be. So, and if you are putting an ADT here, I can tell you this too, if you are putting an ADT system in, the way that you want to deal with this, right, this is how this goes. They charge you, so all the salespeople for ADT, folks, are subcontractors. So what you do is this. You talk to your subcontractor and you say, hey, listen, man, because when you go on the ADT site, it seems like it's a fortune for all the sensors and all this. You can cut those by 75%, because the way that the money's actually made is that they're made on the monthly subscriptions, as long as you as the client is going to keep that for a year. They don't want you to sign a 3-year deal, but if you keep it for a year, the subcontractor is more than happy, okay? Because we literally, bottom line, we get 75% discounts, okay? So it's awesome because, when you don't get that, that means you put a security system in that, seems like it's very expensive, but it's really not, and and then it's a central alarm. Okay, so that would be like the top of the line. Well, Amazon's fine, Nest is fine. I mean, there are so many different systems that are really inexpensive. It's like, Apple had to can the system last time because it was $354. It's like, $354, man. I mean, for $354, you can, you get the gist of it. I think they're going to have a hard time again. And the thing that's amazing is that Apple should own that business lock, stock, and barrel, because guess what? We all have Apples. That should be a no-brainer. But guess what? That's where the push comes in on their pricing model. That's what it comes down to. Dow Industrials right now down 136. You get the NASDAQ off 56. S&Ps are off 13. Gold's holding price. You're up at $25, $26. Silver's at up 38 cents. And light sweet crude is holding the highs. We're up at $1 at $80.53. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 158. The Nasdaq's off 68. S&Ps are off 17. Here, I want to show you this. I just brought this up. So this is what happened, and this is good for us to understand, okay? This is 2011, right? So we're dealing with much smaller numbers, folks, okay? If you're watching Tiger TV, and remember, Tiger TV is also archived, okay? So you can see this. So this is, okay, in June, I brought this on, what I did is I brought it to May, okay? But you can see that, May, how is this? Okay, so May, this is the cash S&P. We were at 1359. And what we had done, we didn't do much. We just kind of, May going all the way over to June, we still kind of just chopped sideways. We're still at 1347. Now, we'll check this out. This is how we went. And percentage-wise, where do you see this, man? It's a month. So we went from 1347 in June, right? And we just went straight down. Now what you're looking at right now, this is a daily chart. So on June, days out, man. June, oh no, it's July, it's July 22nd. Okay, so July 21st, we were at 1367. And August 9th, we were at 1101. 1367 to 1101, you're talking about 200, you're talking about basically, 22% down in 3, 6, 9, 12 trading days. Oh, Duffy, I love you, man. And we're down 19.45%. And 12 trading days, man. Now, this is what it did. You had, here, watch this. Oh, we got to do this. This is cool. Watch this. Now we'll just do what kind of a bounce it did. Okay, it did a 50% bounce. So that's the first low. Then we did a 50% bounce and we got up to 1230, right? That was on the end of August, right? We keep going, and then what ended up happening is that you went all the way down to 1,074, and that was on October 4th. So the way this is set up, man, you got to just be careful. That's the real bottom line, because you are talking about, if we go down 19.45% in 12 trading days, yeah. That's the bottom line, folks. That's what forced the issue last time. That's what's going to force it again. But you don't want to be collateral damage inside of that. That's the reality. So market's not holding. We're going to go lower tomorrow too. We close down here. We're going lower tomorrow. This is, you're talking about a 4-day work week. You've been down each day. First day, couldn't hold price. Next day, you come down. That's not a good setup. Let's get over and take a look at, let's see how Microsoft is doing, because the big tech companies, they're laying off some heavy numbers, that's for sure. Okay, so Microsoft, still, that's going to the bottom of consolidation again. That's down $2.56, that is. Amazon, we're talking about Amazon. They're getting rid of their, who you can give money to. Yeah, this is Amazon's in a consolidation, man. It's having it can't get through ICE. ICE is laid out here at 103. We got up yesterday to 99. It's coming down with light volume, though. So when it comes down with light volume, more than likely, the bottom line is it's just setting up a consolidation. We go take a look at the, what do I want? Apple. We take a look at Apple, and then we'll take a look at Google. Yeah. Apple's at 42 cents. Doesn't have any juice, though, at all. Google's going to be the same way. No, Google's got a little juice here. Google's like 20 million shares. This is good. Google's got a little juice. When are they coming out with numbers? So they're coming out February 2nd. That'll be interesting to see how they shake out. Netflix is going to be the big one. It's coming out tonight. Netflix is the only streamer that is still making money, folks. The rest of these streamers are not making money. Netflix is making money. So it does make a big difference. but the bottom line is that when you're dealing with a 30 PE, are you making enough money for 30 PE? Because that's what the market is facing right now as to the aspect, okay, what am I willing to pay for earnings going forward? That's how the market works. Let's go look at the Dow Industrials, because the Dow led us up, and the Dow basically came off that high pretty quick. So if we look at it, not that it came off quick, but it had a big down day yesterday. So that's going to the bottom of the consolidation again. The bottom of the consolidation inside the Dow is laying out. We're at 33,120. That's 32,580. So you can expect that we're going to be down at those levels. The real question is going to be, as you get down at those particular prices, do we get an expansion of volume as we're getting into those levels? And we're going to find out soon enough. Let's get from Mike in Niagara Falls. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I want to look at First Majestic Silver, ticker symbol AG. And from your book, you talk about the fact that stocks which have high volume highs eventually get retested.
That's correct.
So I wanted to go look at the chart. Let's go on the weekly.
Okay.
And I noticed this anomaly in the month of late January, early February 2021.
Okay. So let's take a look.
$24.
So First Majestic came out with numbers this morning, first off, okay? So the low in First Majestic is 631. The high is 1459. This brings you back to the last 12 months, okay? Mike wants to look at a monthly, and we're looking first off for a high volume high. So oh, yeah, cool. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The real, I see what you're looking at. I mean, that was a sell-off. I mean, we went from $24 to $15 in a heartbeat, but that's...
Was that a takeover, like a botched takeover attempt or something? Do you remember the news
I don't know what happened there, Mike. I don't know what happened there. But if you own this thing right now, I'd be careful, because this is breaking down, man. What's happening here...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Where would you scoop this up?
Well, now you got an ABC down. So your 8-point on this is 980.
Okay.
Your B's 820, so you got $1.60. Your C is $9, so you got what? 740. And you're at 820. 740 is the A to B equals C to D. You can see the volume coming out of it. You're breaking the B point today.
740.
740, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Cooking, man. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down at 216, Nasdaq's off 93, S&Ps are off 25. And on the DBA, Frank, I would wait for that test of 1929. This is a dangerous place where the DBA is. Wait for that test, because if it breaks, it's going to go a lot lower. Let's go take a look at the E-mini first, okay? So they gave it up on price, folks, okay? This is setting up lower lows tomorrow. We take a look at this. I get the futures up first. You can see that you're already into the strength bar. So the strength bar, there it is right there. The top of that bar is 39.28. Oh, you're only 6 points into it. It's not the end of the world. 39.28. You know, but you get into it. The bottom line, getting into it is saying, hey, guess what? You can get to the bottom of it. We go look at the SPY, how the SPY's set up. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah. You get 67 million. You got to have a little doji in the middle. This wants to go to the bottom of the range. The bottom of the range inside the SPY is at 374. We go look at the NDX 100. We take a look at the 3 Qs. Same setup. Exact same setup, man. So the Qs are also going to go for it. You know, now the Qs haven't hit the top of it yet. The top of that is strength is the 269. The bottom is 260. But because of the way that the SPYs, well, listen, that's lower prices. My take is coming at you tomorrow, and all of that. This is the thing that is pretty wild. All of that with the context, you know, that this dollar is down. You know, so the market should be exploding. That's showing you, folks, just how weak the market actually is. That's you know, what I've always found is that you can get more information out of everything, never mind just the market, on what it doesn't do or what someone doesn't do versus what they do. That's just how it works. That's the peripheral, like, what's going on, man? Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. We'll get him, folks.